Have you cooked like a Thai yet?
Welcome to Cook Like a Thai Made Simple with Pradichaya Punyarit. This episode is brought to you by Cook Like a Thai. Cook authentically Thai with stories.
Hello there, Sawadika. Pradichaya is back again with Cook Like a Thai Made Simple episode. Today I'm bringing to you my last trip to Bangkok, Thailand. Let me give you a little heads up. I just want to show you what it looks like from the perspective of a Thai person who is not local anymore but has gone back and tried to get what she could. And let me tell you, that wasn't a lot. That wasn't enough. I couldn't pack everything in. I come from Bangkok. You will see this slideshow was based around food. This is the Thai culture. Food was a big thing. Thai people love to eat. Food created the place where everyone would come and hang out and spend time together. And that's the whole thing. I think in one of my earlier episodes, I mentioned the Thai clock because you go to Thailand, you would eat all day. And that's really the Thai thing. Eating was a big deal because that gave us a chance to be with other people. So when I went this time, I wish I could have seen more. But I didn't. I hardly had time to go to big tourist spot like the Temple of Dawn, the Emerald Buddha Temple, and the Grand Palace, the National Museum that I love so much, the National Library, all these places, and not to mention places on the outskirts of Bangkok where a lot of history were taking place. Thailand is an old country. We started writing things down probably only a few hundred years ago, but dated before that, it was from whatever was left, research and he said, she said, that type of thing. I think that Thailand was in the region for, I would say 5,000 years, but not as Thailand. I was taught in school, Thai means free, freedom. Thai people moved out from the south of China because they loved peace. They wanted to be left alone. That, I'm sure, happened. At the same time, there was no mention or nobody gave it significance that there were people who were in the region, who settled here. The country was formed and it used to be absolute monarchy, but it wasn't tyranny. Thai people owe a lot to Thai kings who kept the country together since way back when Sukhothai days, Ayutthaya days, Thonburi, and Ratanakosin, which is Bangkok. So that's a little history. When I went back this time, I didn't have time to see a lot of people. I did what I could in between all these errands. Bangkok is a capital city for food. All these cuisines, I don't know if it was the Thai flair, but there must be some of that because when things come locally, you tend to add familiar tastes and smells, all the things that you like to all this cuisine. So it's possible that this different kind of food got influenced by the Thai tongues. I would say that in Thailand, Japanese food tastes so good. Chinese food tastes so good. I don't want to push so hard into Western European, Italian, French, but I would say that we added our influence on European cuisines to the Thai tongues. It was marvelous. It was wonderful. Go to Thailand and have your food adventure and try everything. Another thing I like to say is, as tourists, you probably get to see a lot more beautiful things, the ancient histories, the Thai stories, and you probably have experienced top-notch Thai food. It really depends on how you take in the country. For me, to go to Thailand and have really top-notch Thai food experience, I would get in touch with the people whom I used to know, or actually their children or even grandchildren, because people whom I used to know, they were older and a lot of them are no longer with us. So why those people? Because they would invite me to their homes and they would have whoever cook for them cook. Yeah, and those living people would cook so much that they could open their own cooking school and restaurants if they choose to. Yeah, I'm not going to get sidetracked here. That was the only way that I could get top tier Thai food. And when I say Thai food, I mean the real Thai food I used to know, the way I remember it, with the food I fell in love with. And there's nothing wrong with the food that people cook today. Everyone has their own opinion. When you grow up, you're used to one thing. That seems to be the thing you fall for, that you settle for. Same thing with me. I settle myself with the original kind of Thai food. The same Thai food that the late King Bhumibol and now the king's mother had introduced to the world back in the 50s. That's the same kind of food that I remember and cherish because that was true Thai food. It was a food when you don't go crazy with all these bottle sauces, maybe nam pla and maybe a dash of salt to preserve the food. No premix, no bottles, no such thing. Now back then, not a lot of people had ice boxes, right? Refrigeration. So just imagine how they did that with just one main bottle sauce or salt. Other flavor enhancing but natural flavor enhancing ingredients. That was how it was. And the way Thai people made, I would say they went out their way to make life difficult for themselves by making sure the food looks good. You see flowers, vegetables carved into leaves, fruits carved into flowers, sometimes even meat. Everything would look so good and the right size for each person. Never too much food and not too little. And the whole thing with Thai food is everybody tells so much story. So when I go to Thailand, I would try my best to get in touch with my old friends. If they invite you over and don't have their own people cook at home, they would bring in the food from the best places. Luckily, I had that chance. My friends brought in all this food. So as a tourist, what's the best food? Probably street food. Food vendors and roadside restaurants, even though a lot of them were run by Chinese and do it the Chinese way, those are still original. But there are some, they even got a Michelin star or two, start to go off track and they do crazy thing like they would add condensed milk, evaporated milk to tom yam gung. I just finished making a big photo book for recipes and I have come across a lot of places in Bangkok alone who got Michelin stars for cooking the best tom yam gung. But it's not original. So to each her own, to each his own. I don't like it that way because milk product tends to give me tummy ache and I don't see how good it would be for the body when you mix milk product and chili paste that somebody already made and manufactured. Or even if your own chili is really harsh for your tummy. So when it's mixed with dairy, it's not good. And that's what you're being served over here in America and all over the world because Michelin star. To each his own. I don't like it that way. And there are places that do a lot of things that are off the original path. Like pad thai. How do you make pad thai without spending too much time in preparation? You premix all the sauce and you cut down a lot of ingredients and that's what it is. So I understand that people do that, especially for a living. There's no way they can whip it up. Even though I see night market at Hua Hin, look it up, Huahin. It's a seaside town. Used to be very quiet, very nice. We used to have a condo there, but now is a place for retirement for Thai people from abroad and their non-Thai spouses and a big tourist spot. So there was this woman, she made pad thai and hoi tod, which is fried oyster, or she used mussel, I don't remember. Oh my gosh, both of them. See, they work well together. I don't know, they're not really that similar in ingredient, but I don't know why. She made pad thai from the one huge flattened, I would say griddle. There's another one that she made hoi tod, the fried oyster or fried mussel. She had all these special ingredients that whenever I made, I would have to prep overnight because one day isn't gonna cut it. Maybe it's just me. Now keep in mind, I don't have any help, unlike Thailand where anyone can do anything and everything. Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. That's how people got things done because everyone came to help and they have live-in help and children. Children would pull off tiny roots like bean sprouts and pick little things here and there. Yes, child labor. I had to do that since I was young. Yeah, but I was here all by myself with no help. I'm not complaining. It is what it is. When I wanted to make pad thai, I would have to do it the day before. And the next day, mid-morning, I would start pad thai and that alone would take me all day too. Luckily, my husband doesn't ask for pad thai, but what he loves is mee korob. I think I said somewhere before that the way mee korob is really high class compared to pad thai. Mee korob is different, and yes, it's difficult to make. In Bangkok or Thailand, if you come across mee korob, it's almost like candy. It's sticky. It's crispy clump of fried tiny round noodles. Most of the time, they turn it pink. That's not mee korob. That's like noodle candy. I would never eat that. Yeah, because I've seen things that I like and I settle with that, you see? Things like that. This woman at the night market at Hua Hin, she got all the extra ingredients that's already cooked and prepped, and she would use the edge of her spatula, go into each of the large bowls, add them to the big griddle that she was making pad thai, and that was so delicious. It was really good, except she used MSG. I don't like that. The way she did it, she put in a little bit of sugar, but then she got all these extra condiments for you to add on. You can add sugar if you have sweet tooth, plenty of lime pieces for you to squeeze in your own, and ground chili. You need that. Yeah, the chopped peanuts. I don't like it. I sprinkle it on a tiny bit. Otherwise, it wouldn't be pad thai for me, but I would never dump it in. Peanut is not main ingredient in most Thai dishes anyway. So that's what I did. But now they don't use lime. They have pre-mixed sauce. They made it super sweet. They use vinegar. They don't use lime. So that's not good for the stomach. I never order pad thai here. And yeah, it's pad thai. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's AKA pad thai, 2 words. I hate that. I look ugly, I sound ugly when I say them. Pad thai. Because that's not pad thai. I don't care if they put it in Oxford Dictionary, boo-hoo. It's not pad thai, and shame on me and the rest of the Thais who allow anyone to make mistake like that, because it does take away the identity. Just think about it. Whatever country you come from, whatever language you speak, just think about that, please. But Thai people don't speak up. Thai people just say it's okay, look down and hide themselves, feel ashamed. How dare that I know what's right. Basically, it's like that. That's Thai people. There are a lot of things that are wrong, a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of things are mistaken when it comes to Thai culture. Thai women especially. No, I will not get into that. So I was able to eat at my mom's friends one time. And when the food shows up, maybe I pointed out, I don't know, it's not likely, you know me. I would take parts of this video and I would talk about particular kind of dishes. So I ate at their house. And my favorite also is the one at the outskirts of Bangkok. It used to be this sleepy town. There was nothing to it but my mom's cousin. They were really close. I went to visit him. He used to run the hospital in Pathum Thani. He somewhat retired but still go and do his doctor thing. Yeah, but he's really getting up there. He took us out to one of the original restaurants. Oh my gosh, the food was so good. And their big deal is prawn yum. Actually, pla, because it will be half cooked. Yeah, don't worry, nobody died from it. It was half cooked, but it's fresh. It's so fresh. It used to be fresh right out from their river, and they would yum. Oh my God. I love it. I love it. Another good place is this restaurant in town. They call themselves Fusion, and they let us know. Fusion. That is so funny. Fusion is however you want to take it. It's like an art form. Not everyone will like it. There's no set rule. Fusion to me means you can do whatever the heck you want to do. So this place calls itself Fusion Thai Restaurant. But guess what? It's a heck of a lot more Thai than most restaurants. Even roadsides, even vendors. It's more original. They made it look beautiful. They use things like lotus. They use, what is that? Butterfly pea. The purple, sometimes red, sometimes white. I think they have some yellow too, but we use the purple one for dye. We would dye the food when we want it to look pretty. I had this juice, my, with lime, and it just turned bright purple, just so beautiful. That was funny because it's a fusion, but not in aroma, not in the flavors, and not even in its originality. To me, that's wonderful. Bravi. Then we tried this buffet, great seafood buffet. Oh my God. I paid, gosh, it was so cheap. Let me see, what is $1 now? $1 is probably about 35. Back then it was 32. So I paid $5. $5. And it's all you can eat seafood. Yes, the size is a little small, but my goodness, it was packed. with meat. Like the crab, we have this, I don't know, we call green crab or mud crab. It's just so packed with meat. There were shrimp, smaller shrimps. There were other things like clams, mussels, squid. Best thing to that. Well, no, not the best thing. The second best thing. No, the third best thing. The third best thing is seafood sauce. I know that a lot of people use bottle sauces for their seafood sauce, but this place still use fresh ingredients. They can't make it weekly because if they make it weekly, the lime juice, that'll be done. And this is why, friend, this is why when people go into food business, they can't use the original, the real, the fresh ingredients with their premix, and they have to premix. They have to do it, otherwise they won't have time. They have to control how much they cook, how much they sell, so how much sauces they're gonna pre-mix, and they do that. Yeah, this is why I never want to get into restaurant business, because I'm afraid that I will have to step off my soapbox and be like everyone else, in the sense that I sacrifice the originality, the Thainess, the part, that's the heart of the whole thing. We eat Thai food, we eat Thai, the Thai on every bite. That's the part of being Thai, and that is my pride. Wow, does it sound like I'm done? Am I done? Yeah, I guess I'm done. I mean, there's not more to go on. So I'm just gonna stop here. And hopefully you enjoy this. And yes, I'm gonna deconstruct the food later and bring good ones out. Maybe write out recipe or do another video thing showing you what they are, how I cook them, and how you too can cook them at home. So right now, you know what's cooking? What's cooking is tom yum goong. I'm working many hours a day. Yeah, I know, hard, right? To put together tom yum goong recipe. And it's one recipe, but there are two options. And the end results would be 4 tom yum goong dishes. This is why it has taken me so long to do it, and I'm really frustrated because I want to get them out there already. Yeah. It'll be free. It'll be a free download type of thing. There's no hard copy yet. My tom yum goong book, I can tell you now, I don't know whether I'm gonna give them or charge a little bit for the cost of making the book, but you will get other stuff free. There will be tom yum goong workbook, shopping list, recap of the recipe, and you will get a training video. Hopefully just one, but if I have to break it down, it'll be 3 or 4. I will deliver each video separately for you so you know how it's gonna work. So you sign up, you get access, I email you, and I will deliver. I won't overwhelm you. This is why I can't give the whole thing out all at once. So we're gonna see. Yeah, go there, and if you don't see anything there at cooklikeathai.com, just sign up so you will be in my inner circle. Being in my inner circle means you will get all the things I won't have time or forget to put into this weekly Cook Like a Thai Made Simple episodes. So yeah, do that so you'll be on the inside, okay? And I will come back and give you more next week. Oh yeah, I said my third favorite was a seafood sauce. Number 1 favorite was being with the people I love. Being with my family, with my close friends was my all-time favorite. That is my all-time favorite. Like ever. Yep. So cook like a Thai today already and use that as the center. You don't have to cook much. One dish, maybe people will want to cook like a Thai together with you and you all create this wonderful connection. And just do it today. Cook like a Thai today already. Bye bye. สวัสดีค่ะ and ขอบคุณมากค่ะ Until next time. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, share Cook Like a Thai Made Simple channel. Thank you.
I only cook Thai food when you can cook like a Thai. Pradichaya Pradichaya